Have you ever felt like your body was a human puzzle piece while practicing yoga? Active yoga movement styles have many different alignment principles, and sometimes our bodies just don't form those specific poses, regardless of whether you're a beginning yoga student or, like me, have been practicing for years. Hey, I'm Caren Baginski, and I'm the author of Restorative Yoga, Relax, Restore, Re-energize, and welcome to Day 6 of the Restorative Yoga at Home Challenge. What I love about restorative yoga is that all ambition and achievement to look a certain way is set aside. You have full permission to be in this body exactly as it is without needing to change it. That's why we practice restorative yoga with props, to completely support the body as it is so that it can experience deep relaxation. Just as we crave love and acceptance from others in our lives, our body craves that from us too, and restorative yoga gives you the time and the space to appreciate what you have and to develop more self-acceptance. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more free yoga videos just like this one. And if you haven't heard of the challenge, I highly recommend starting with day 1. Go ahead and click up here. You can also sign up for the free challenge newsletter to get every single video sent to your inbox for free for the 12 days of the challenge. Let's get right into today's restorative yoga pose as a simple self-care practice. It's Mountain Brook. I actually remember one of the first times that I practiced this pose because I had a profound experience of energetic and physical lightness in my shoulders and my chest. Now, the backstory is that I have scoliosis, and I've had this since I was a teenager. I have a hip rotation and a shoulder rotation, and it's part of the reason why my shoulders look like this, which I'm still self-conscious about. Mountain Brook, today's pose, is helpful for gently opening the chest and creating a sense of energetic spaciousness to be in a deep, peaceful state beyond your current mood or your current schedule. If you haven't yet had an epiphany like this, don't worry about it. I wanted to share my own personal experience practicing restorative yoga because this is what you can look forward to over time. They call it practice for a reason. Just a note of precaution to my pregnant mamas, do not practice this pose past the first trimester. Gather up the following restorative yoga props and meet me back here on your mat. You will need 3 blankets and 1 round bolster, or use a big bed pillow or a cushion. Mountain Brook is a backbend, and if you recall from day 2, we practiced simple supported backbend. We'll build on that concept, but this time with Mountain Brook, our body will resemble a meandering stream in a mountainous landscape, the body flowing over the support of props. So to create this, let's take our blankets first and grab 2, making them into a rectangle fold and stacking them one on top of the other. A good gauge for this is to make the blankets as wide as your yoga mat. This is about the size and the thickness of mine. That is a good gauge for you, and you can find these blanket folds in the Restorative Yoga book. I'm taking my second blanket now and folding it, stacking it on top. And just smooth out any wrinkles here so you don't have any distractions underneath you while you're lying on your back. The third blanket will be for the head, and you will open it up to a basic fold. Place that on one side of the blanket stack, and then roll the long side halfway up. You might go all the way with your roll, you might go halfway. This is just going to depend on how much support you need underneath your neck. So start with halfway, and you can always adjust it from there. Leave about 4 inches or so of space in between the blanket stacks, and you'll see why in just a second. Then let's find our round bolster or cushions and place that widthwise across the other end of your mat. Then sit down in between blanket and bolster and drape your feet over top of the bolster. This will support underneath your knees, so start to lengthen your legs now for full support of your legs. Lean back and begin to lower down to the blanket stack so that they cradle the shoulder blades. So you'll want to be a little bit higher on the back with the blankets. So your low back is not really touching the blankets at all. You can feel that gentle curve. And then drip your shoulder tips into the space between blankets as your neck comes to the blanket roll. When you extend your arms now to a T, with the fingers either facing forward and thumbs up, or the palms upward to the ceiling, you'll feel a sense that your lowest part of your ribs are jutting up toward the ceiling, and your chin is lifted a bit higher than your forehead. If this is uncomfortable, please feel free to change the fold of the blanket underneath your head, and perhaps make your forehead level with your chin instead. Make any last adjustments that you need here so that your low back feels loose, your hips are on the floor, but your back of the heart and the shoulder blades are supremely comfortable and held by the blankets. And in this way, if you looked at your body from the side, you would look like a simple wave-like motion of water over pebbles in a mountain stream. Close the eyes with that visual, if that's comfortable for you. And let's enter a simple breathing technique for deep relaxation. As you breathe in, count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel free to make that count faster or slower to fit your pace. Get the sense that you are lengthening the exhale. Even if that exhale isn't a full 8 counts, just let it be longer than the inhale. Notice how when you breathe in, you fill up into the space of the chest so that the back presses against the blankets. And as you breathe out, there's a sense of heaviness, release, and spaciousness in your navel. Now, on your next exhale, let go of the count of the breath and just breathe naturally. Experience your body as buoyant, light, and at the same time entirely supported and held. Enter stillness in the peaceful state of choosing to stay still, choosing to do nothing. Receive your being as a gift. Bring your awareness to the pit of the navel. Just watch it move up and down with natural breath. Now guide yourself back with slow, fluid movement. Taking a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out. Bend one knee at a time, bringing the foot to anchor on the round bolster. The other foot anchors on the bolster, and now roll the bolster away from you until your feet touch to the mat. Reach up for the blanket roll under your head and simply pull it off to one side, letting the head relax back down to the floor. Then gather the arms inward toward your legs and roll to a side of your choice. You could use one arm as a pillow for your head, resting over the rectangle folded blankets. Very slowly, perhaps letting eyes stay closed, press down into the floor with your hands and take an inhale. Lift up to a comfortable seat. As you arrive in your seat, bring your hands together at your heart, Anjali Mudra. Observe how you feel, releasing all expectation that pose should have felt a specific way, and rest in the knowledge that all you need to do in this practice is watch and observe. Become the one who is being the experience, not doing the experience. This is how we reduce stress, improve our sleep, and build emotional resilience. Gratitude to yourself for taking this time, and gratitude to the teachers who have come before, who have paved the path for this piece. As you open the eyes and we return back into this space together, it's self-reflection time, one of my favorite parts of the restorative yoga practice. So my question to you today is, now that we are halfway through this challenge, what has started to shift for you? What have you noticed on any level of your being? Are you feeling more present? Has your sleep improved? I would love to hear. Go ahead and share it with all the challengers in the comments below. If you're loving the Restorative Yoga at Home Challenge, give this video a huge thumbs up and consider sharing it with a friend to help them practice yoga for stress relief. Don't forget to subscribe and hit those bell notifications. I'm really looking forward to day 7 tomorrow, because I will be sharing with you one of my top favorite restorative yoga poses ever. Like ever. All right, I'll see you there. Namaste.